Hi children, welcome. Welcome to today's social science class. Last day we started second chapter of history, New Kings and Kingdoms. And today from this chapter we are discussing Prashastis and land grants and warfare for wealth. These 2 points we can discuss and study. So let us start our class. Prashastis and land grants. Prashastis contains details that may not be literally true, but they tell us how rulers wanted to depict themselves as valiant, victorious warriors. For example, these were composed by learned Brahmanas who occasionally helped in the administration. Kings often rewarded Brahmanas by grants of land. These were recorded on copper plates, which were given to those who received the land. This is a set of copper plates recording a grant of land made by a ruler in the 9th century, written partly in Sanskrit and partly in Tamil. The ring holding the plates together is secured with the royal seal to indicate that this is an authentic document. What was given with the land? This is part of the Tamil section of land grant given by the Cholas. Here, every details is given about the lands and what kinds of materials available there, what kinds of facilities are there, and what kinds of works they can do. And each and every details is given about the land and who can collect the tax and how they need to give tax. All these details is given in these land grants. Unusual for the 12th century was a long Sanskrit poem containing the history of kings who ruled over Kashmir. It was composed by an author named Kalhana. He used a variety of sources, including inscriptions, documents, eyewitnesses, accounts, and earlier histories, to write his account. Unlike the writers of Prashastis, he was often critical about rulers and their policies. Warfare for wealth. You may have noticed that each of these ruling dynasties was based a specific region. At the same time, they tried to control other areas. One particularly prized area was the city of Kanauj in Ganga Valley. For centuries, ruling belonging to the Gujarat Pradihara, Rashtrakutas, and Pala dynasties fought for control over Kanauj because there were three parties in this long drawn conflict. Historians often describe it as tripartite struggle. Children, this struggle was known as tripartite struggle. Okay, this name itself saying three parties. Okay, the meaning of this word, the three parties. So these Gujarat Pradhiharas, Rashtrakutas, and Palas, these three dynasties fight for this Kanauj because this Kanauj is very important place and very wealthy place. That is why rulers like to control that area. So in these centuries, these three dynasties fight for Kanauj, and so this struggle was known as tripartite struggle. Rulers also tried to demonstrate their power and resources by building large temples. So, when they attacked one another's kingdom, they often chose to target temples which were sometimes extremely rich. One of the best known of such rulers is Sultan Muhammad of Ghazni, Afghanistan. He ruled from 997 to 1030 and extended control over parts of Central Asia, Iran, and the northwestern part of the subcontinent. He raided the subcontinent almost every year. His targets were wealthy temples, including that of Somanath, Gujarat. Much of the wealth Muhammad carried away was used to create a splendid capital city at Ghazni. Sultan Muhammad was also interested in finding out more about the people he conquered and enlisted a scholar named Al Biruni to write an account of the subcontinent. This Arabic work, known as the Kitab ul Hind, remains an important source for historians. He consulted Sanskrit scholars to prepare this account. Other kings who engaged in warfare included the Chahamanas, later known as the Chahuans, who ruled over the regions around Delhi and Ajmer. They attempt to expand their control to the west and the east, where they were opposed by the Chalukyas of Gujarat and the Gahadawalas of western Uttar Pradesh. The best known Chahmana ruler was Prithviraj III, who defeated an Afghan ruler named Sultan Muhammad Ghori in 1191, but lost to him the very next year in 1192. Okay, children, today we can wind up our video. And in this video, mainly we discuss about Prashastis and land grants and about warfare for wealth. In that, mainly we discuss tripartite struggle, Gujarat Pradesh, Rashtrakuta and Pala fought for city of Kanauj. Then about Sultan Muhammad of Ghazni. Okay, then about Prithviraj Chauhan. These things we discuss in this video. Now you have to read this portion and underline important points and to given words. Okay, thank you to listening my class.